Test, test. All right, awesome. We're going to start in just a couple minutes. Just checking some final stream settings. can you guys hear me? Test, test, test. Looks like you can. All right. So hey everyone, Metallic here. This is going to be a first for the channel. We're going to be trying a live stream. This is another ITSL game, this time against James Terry. Let's get it underway. So, what's going on with the stream here? This is something new I wanted to try out. These fancy live stream things everyone's trying, so this will be a first for me. We do have a pretty lengthy delay on the channel, about 10 to 15 minutes. So I can't really respond in real time if anyone puts anything in the chat, but I am monitoring the chat in real time, so I've got it on my other monitor, so I'll be able to respond to anything put in there.
And that there are no international problems which men of goodwill cannot solve or adjust.
But I'm pretty excited for this. Our current stance, we have 2 games left to play. This is one of the 2. And we are right in the bubble. I said this in the last video that went live on the channel just a couple days ago. But, you know, we're right there. If we win this game and the next game, we're guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, and actually a pretty good spot at that. But if we lose this one, it's not looking too good, because our last game is against quite a difficult opponent. This one we're expecting to be a challenge too. No game in ITSL has been easy, but this is definitely a game where if we lose, we're not in great shape to make the playoffs. But looking at our starting hand, this is pretty good. Starting off with Marshall, US Japan, we have a generic 4-opper that we can keep in reserve. UN intervention, Nasser. So we'll sort of see how this plays out, but I think this is a fairly standard Marshall setup. So I have this theory in Twilight Struggle that if you just have crappy luck one game, for whatever reason, you know, no basis in science or fact, but for whatever reason, it always seems like the next game you have really good luck. And that was the case in my last one. I was playing as USSR. Basically every single coup I rolled was a 1. And even though my card draws were decent, it was just basically totally unplayable. So hopefully in this one, you know, the boomerang theory holds true. We have some karma, good karma coming our way. Get some good coup rolls, good card draws. This is a pretty good starting hand, as I mentioned. Socialist government. So he's probably going to start off going for the Italy coup. Got to get all the 2 stabs protected. We have no scoring cards, so just heaps of ops available to us. So he's got a 50% chance on winning Italy, assuming he's got a 4-opper to spare for that coup. But even if he does win, since we've got all the 2 stabs, there's really no way that he can get domination. That's one of the benefits of Marshall, is it basically totally shuts down your opponent's ability to dominate Europe for the entire game. And in addition to activating NATO, preventing any brush wars in Europe, any coups or realignments, it's just so fantastically strong. I mean, I frankly can't see a better headline for the US at the start of the game. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Maybe we'll just ditch Europe scoring. What is this? Wow. Okay, so he's probably got a lot of 4-op, high-op cards. He's probably got Blockade, too. If I had to make a guess as to what his hand was, he's probably holding Blockade. And he's probably also holding either Purge or NORAD, or he can't have US Japan because we hold it. He's probably got oh, sorry, I keep saying NORAD. I think I mean NATO. Whatever the 4-op card is for US in the early war. It's either NORAD or NATO. I always confuse them. But that's probably what he's doing. I can definitely spare US-Japan for this. Even try real lines. I'm just gonna drop US-Japan into West Germany. And we're gonna keep duck and cover in reserve. Actually, oh, that puts us in a troubling spot. What if he's got Purge? So, I mean, even if he mid-turn events Purge and hits us with he doesn't mid-turn event Purge, thank God. I would be so screwed, guys. But it does look like that we're going to be losing West Germany here. What if I event CIA? Well, I can't because he could just take West Germany. Wow, this is weird. This is really strange. I can't keep up though. I'm definitely can't keep up here. So what can I do here? Real lines are +2 for him, so I really can't try that. Yeah, this is really weird. Do I just give up West Germany? What if I tried this? Threaten presence-less domination in the Middle East. Because I can't defend West Germany with my hand. I can't put duck and cover into West Germany. Now, this is so strange. And if he coups Italy and wins, we're just in a terrible spot. Okay, so he does give us a China card. Which means DEFCON is a risk for him. I'm just going to space decall now and try and get to space first, because we're not getting Europe anymore. Well, hold up. He could try getting into France. Well, he could get into France anyway. So we do get into space first. So that's a very interesting strategy for him. Honestly, I kind of like it. That's a bold start to the game. But look at this. I mean, 3, 4, 4, 4. We now hold the China card, so CIA is definitely not a card we want to event. Get him into DEFCON troubles. Probably going into Italy. Oof, no Italy. Okay. Let's make sure we keep presence here. So that's something. Not mega thrilled about the situation here. We need to get into Malaysia too. But we'll have to do that on AR7. France is also extremely weak. He's using D-Style for influence? Oh, he's going into France, so it makes sense. I mean, do I just use duck and cover and run the risk of him hitting me with blockade? It's the only way I can prevent him from dominating me in Italy too. D-Style for influence. That's just crazy. I mean, West Germany... He can just overprotect it. The only way I can defend it is with duck and cover. I mean, France, he could hit me with De Gaulle and just put me in an awful position. And so I think France is gone too. Jeez, that's absolutely insane. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm gonna event Nasser because I do need to drop the Defcon and get Millops in. Nice. Guess we'll go from there. This is, holy cow, this is insane. This is, this is really something. Probably holding Truman, but whatevs.
The seeds of totalitarian regimes are nurtured by misery and want. They spread and grow in the evil soil of poverty and strife.
So special relationship is an easy headline.
When
He did not have blockade.
For a better life has died.
But I think we're going to be getting at least one of France or West Germany back. I think either we hold blockade. Yeah, blockade's probably our hold card. I mean, we still have no... Okay, capture Nazi scientists, that makes sense.
The challenge of the 20th century is the challenge of human relations and not of impersonal natural forces.
So we'll see what he does. Do see we do have a couple viewers in the watching now, which is awesome. Okay, probably one in West Germany, one France. Yeah, he's still not dominating. I mean, so what cards are still left out there? Because if I start jamming into these countries, the issue that I face is, well, I could do that. Because here's the thing, I almost guarantee that he's got Truman Doctrine in his hand. So, a lot of the 3-op cards have already been played. What 3-op cards remain? 5-year plan, which he's probably not going to be playing. Kamakan's played. We're holding Warsaw Pact. De Gaulle leads France, which is a better event. Containment, which is, I'd be happy if you played Containment. So, yeah, we'll jam. I think we can afford to do it. So he does have influence. De Gaulle leads France. We'll get Asia domination because obviously Europe is not going well for us, so we're just gonna have to play elsewhere. So, I mean, Europe is kind of a mess, but Asia and the Middle East are looking pretty good. So he does ditch Europe scoring. So yeah, we'll give up Warsaw Pact. You're going to have to start trying to get play elsewhere on the board. This is really insane. I mean, this is really something else. I mean, at least his coups aren't working. So both Asia and Middle East not coming out is kind of a disaster for us. Although I think he's got Middle East based on how he's played so far. Yeah. And we'll break West Germany again. Oh boy. This is not going well for us.
So my country's purpose is to help us move out of the dark chamber of horrors.
Alright, well, it's playable.
Find a way by which the minds of men, the hopes of men, the souls of men everywhere can move forward.
No Truman.
Toward peace and happiness and well-being.
He's also holding 5-year plan, which he's going to use on Asia. This is kind of brutal, guys. I'm just going to headline Indo-Pak War to get the Mill-Ops. Okay, Vietnam revolts. We fail, unfortunately. But we do get the Mill-Ops. So Asia not coming out is just really unfortunate for us. him also getting 5-year plan is really unfortunate for us, so that just doesn't get scored. China card for influence. Well, he's not getting domination. I will go for West Germany. Because eventually he's got to play Truman. I mean, DEF CON is also a very serious concern for him. We're holding blockade. He's giving us NORAD. I can keep going here. Yeah, I mean, DEF CON suicide is definitely a threat that he has to worry about. And that's probably what we're going to have to play pretty hard for now. Ah, well, there goes the DEF CON dreams. Yeah, we basically knew everything in his hand. He doesn't have any 4-wrappers. This is actually a real problem for him, because he has to play Truman. If he wants to get rid of... Oh, that's a really good observation. If he wants to get rid of Truman, or Asia scoring, then he has to discard Truman. Otherwise, we get Asia scoring, or we get a free action round. So we're just going to keep the pressure up. Now I don't think he has the ops to yeah, this is actually a really good discovery. We're going to get a free action round here. Back-to-back action rounds. So he's got to think about it. He could use UN intervention on Truman, but then basically we get a free action round if he does that, and then we're basically going to be playing hard for Asia.
С своей стороны, я хотел бы заверить вас, товарищ Пешковый,
So let's see what he gets rid of here. Truman. 5-year plan? Okay, let's think about this. We put 3 from Suez into West Germany. Now he's forced to play Truman. He's got no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Truman is being played. So West Germany, we have to put, if we put all 3 from Suez into West Germany. Now even if he plays containment, yeah, that was a mistake. Because now I can do this. 2 from West Germany. So now when he plays containment, he doesn't get West Germany filled. And we get Asia. I think that was a real mistake. So he can have France, but I just want to make sure we get West Germany to prevent any risk of European control. So 3 from containment into West Germany. 2 from Romanov into West Germany, or sorry, 2 from blockade into West Germany. So he can't get out of it with Truman. Yeah, and then Asia, right? Oh, my computer crashed for a moment. Yeah, 5-year, that was a real mistake. Unless I'm missing something? No, we have to do this. I think that was a mistake. And he knew we had Suez too. So now he has to give us containment. Yeah, I think that was just a mistake. So we're gonna get both Asia and Europe if I didn't miss something.
The challenge of the 20th century is the challenge of human relations and not of impersonal natural forces.
So we'll see what happens here, but I think we're just gonna get Europe and Asia. So if after the end of all that craziness we only end up losing France, I'll take it. So there's containment. Oh, I miscounted the action rounds. That's what I was missing. So I can just do this in that case. Make him presence-less in the Middle East. Because now he has to play Asia. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Asia is being played. So 6 plus 2, we're going to end up being actually quite considerably ahead on the VP track. But we need to go into adjacency to Italy ASAP, because brush war is a serious risk. So that's what we'll do. That gives him domination, though. Huh. This is another interesting question. Do we give him domination in Europe? Just to prevent the brush war in Italy? I think we have to. So, I mean, this is looking alright for us. Well, now it's looking really good for us. So, yeah, I think Middle East is an instant headline here. And we could just go for ABM treaty and go for realigns on France. But, nah, I don't think we can do that. I think just go for Middle East, because D-Style's out. He could hit us with Muslim Revolution. That's the risk, is he hits us with Muslim Revolution. But, you know what? We're gonna go hard in the paint here. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now we're just really far ahead on VPs. Italy is pretty safe from brush war. Puppet governments is going to be devastating for him. I mean, it's looking all right. You know, there are some problematic cards in our hand, but I think we can mitigate them. But Middle East scoring is a huge win for us. That came out at a perfect time. We need to be really careful, though. We can't play We Will Bury You in case he's got Quagmire. Yeah. I think I'm just going to have to eat Willy Brandt here and overprotect Italy. I think Europe is just gone. I mean, what I could do is go for realignments, but I really don't have the ops. Well, that's what I'll do. I'll go into UK, Italy, Indonesia. Or, nah, sorry, Indonesia is less valuable. We definitely can't get We Will Bury You out of our hand. That's gotta stay in our hand. Alright, he did get Europe scoring. That's a little unfortunate for us. So that does kind of stink that Europe came out, but not much you can do. Probably going to be eventing our man in Tehran and hoping that we discard some nasty things for him. But being under Purge is actually pretty rough here. There's Truman. He eventually gets it out of his hand. He goes into Finland. So I'm just gonna start having to drop DEFCON so we can start expanding here. We do roll well. Okay. So Omit is pretty straightforward. Puppet Governments is pretty straightforward. I mean, thinking about the ops we put in West Germany, I feel like they're actually pretty efficient because we got Middle East scoring off twice for domination and for mega domination, and we got Asia scoring off. So, you know, all things considered, it could have gone worse for us. I mean, I'm not going to say that, you know, this is an ideal spot for the US, because clearly it's not, but we're still alive here. Especially being under Purge this turn has just been... Well, I'm not... It hasn't been that awful, but it's definitely been rough. Probably could have kept the China card.
Our goal is not but the vindication of right.
It only puts 2 in there.
Peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom here in this hemisphere, and we hope around the world.
And Omit's going to have to go into adjacency in South America.
And so,
To
my
Brazil.
fellow Americans,
Yeah, so he events Allende, that makes sense.
what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. We dare not tempt them with weakness.
Voice of America.
For only when our arms
No, but Bear Trap is also pretty good.
beyond doubt,
Oh, we do have salt
can
negotiations we
be
could use
certain
to
beyond doubt that they will never be employed.
try and cut down his hand a little bit. So we could get Purge. I mean, this isn't really a situation where the opening coup is that important. I mean, if I raise a DEFCON to 5, he can coup Italy, so I don't really think that's possible. More so just to defend what we have, really. Yeah, we'll headline Bear. Yeah, we'll headline it. Junta. Okay, so it gives us a chance to at least respond to what he does with Junta. But not ideal. Alright, well that's... we can survive from that. We can survive that. Okay. Well, that's a bad sign if that's the best card that he can discard. That's kind of a sign that he's probably got South America scoring, so it'll be interesting to see if he gets rid of it here.
Но посмеетесь, когда мы, знаете, обгоним вас и скажем: господа капиталисты, до свидания, наш поезд сюда идет. Пожалуйста, за нами.
Yeah, he did have South America scoring. That was what I was hoping he didn't have. So now I think it's just a pretty clear cut going for realigns. Alright, well that's nice. Here. That's risky because we could lose influence where we can't lose influence here. Yeah, we would have lost influence. Oh, sorry about that. I'm getting a message that you guys will start getting buffering. I don't really know what that's all about or how to fix it. But we got to start trying to get some wombo combo plays in here now. Because we need to start making up ground. We have gotten the fair share of the power cards. Like SALT Negotiations, Cuban Missile Crisis, How I Learned. These are all great cards for the US to be dealt. Flower Power, you know, because there's a lot of my blue cards that he's going to start getting dealt. Coup, where's he queuing? Saharan States? Only rolls a 1. Oh, it doesn't even get me domination. Okay, we're gonna coup with How I Learned. Only roll 2, but that's a decent place to roll 2. Gets our mill ops in. We're gonna have to go into Mexico pretty soon too. There's a lot of work left on this board. Italy is still pretty weak too. Awesome. Okay. I mean, I don't like this because he can just put jam either Nigeria or Zaire. But I do like the threat of always being able to realign South Africa. So we'll keep it this way. I mean, we need a space pretty soon too. He's got a space as well. I mean, the best card he had was One Small Step. So, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of blue cards, obviously. A lot of blue cards left to come out. Using Quagmire for influence. So we got to go into Canada then. Oh wow, that is interesting. Well, we're going to go for it. We're going to give him 2 VPs. Well, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I definitely can't do that. So we're giving him salt, as gross as it sounds. Okay. Did its job. We've got a space. Next turn is going to be a space no matter what of decal. Well, not no matter what, but it's going to be a space. Another benefit is I'm really not that vulnerable to brush war other than Italy. And Italy is actually really scaring me, the threat of brush war, because it's only a 1 in 3 chance. So, you know, if he wins the brush war in Italy, it's a 1 in 3 chance he just outright wins the game with that roll. So it's pretty scary. You know, Warsaw Pact is out of the deck if we need to go into East Europe, but that would just be an awful position. I'm also not really monitoring the chat anymore, so sorry about that for the chat users. So Muslim Revolution. Okay, awesome. That's not... But he is going into South Africa, though. It's interesting. I have to get rid of decal. I just have to. If he's got Africa scoring, then I feel like an idiot. He did not have Africa scoring. We're gonna just keep spacing. Oops, still very even. This is a pretty good hand. Well, it's not a terrible hand. It doesn't have grain sales, which we desperately need, I think. But CRG is pretty good. We'll go with CRG. Well, nuclear subs is also really good. We'll go with nuclear subs. Brezhnev. So we're going to be up against an ops disparity.
Of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
If he gets brush war, which is getting increasingly likely, I'm going to really start getting scared. Influence? What? Oh, yeah. I understand why I did that. Maybe I should have put 2 Italy. Yeah, I should have used a different card, I think. And 1 in Ethiopia to get the domination back. This just feels like such a gross game, honestly. Okay, we will bury you. I'm decently fine with that. Means he can't coup. Yeah, we don't have UN intervention. This is a really crazy game. The fact that Europe is so close to being dominated just terrifies me. We need to ideally start like double or triple overprotecting Italy. Very special relationship. COG seems reasonable here. I'm gonna start overprotecting these guys. So we can't flip them.
En las condiciones de la inmensa mayoría de los países de América Latina, no hay otro camino que la lucha armada.
The main point of headlining nuclear subs is to prevent a coup in Africa, which it did. Not really much else happening here, though. I'm gonna have to start spacing as well. It's gonna take him at least one turn to repair what we just did. Yeah, so there's a repair. Alright, so we have to go into Brazil.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not
Mexico.
what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Not super enthused about this position. He's gonna space Panama, it's interesting. Fails. Good time for us to space too.
Our goal is not the victory of might,
Succeed.
but the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom. Here in this hemisphere.
Probably gonna hold socialist governments. Well, definitely gonna hold socialist governments. That's,
Will be achieved.
I don't think, in question. But Africa and Central America scoring coming out after reshuffle, and VOA, and grain sales. Oh my god, that's a really bad mid-war for USA. It's already almost turn 7. It's crazy. This game, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, he's giving us Sadat. Domination back. He has leveled Middle East. Alignments. Good time to coup now. Alright, well, that did nothing. So we have to get Central America, Mexico, and Guatemala. So we are going to give him Korean War. Yeah, John Paul should have gone into Mexico and Guatemala. I should have spaced Korean War. That was a mistake. See where this coup comes in? Africa, probably. Yeah. It's so gross. That's so gross. Yeah, we have to keep spacing. Africa and Central America coming out after reshuffle is just really bad.
For the first time, because
we don't get either of them though. Wow. Wow. Holy cow, that's a hand.
The times are on the side of peace.
So what does he have? Oh, and there was no reshuffle. That's really interesting too, the fact that there was no reshuffle. He's got Voice of America, he's got Kennedy. Ask not. Kennedy. Central America and Africa. So if we want to go into the end of the game with a VP advantage, we headline grain sales. Grain sales could hit either Central America or Africa though. So grain sales may not be the best headline here. We may have to wait until the next action round for grain sales. Then grain sale. So War Games is now got to be one of the #1 priorities we've got to think about. This is an amazing hand though. This puts us in really good position going into the end game, I think. Maybe headline duck and cover. The fact that there was no reshuffle also helps us because it means Europe will not be scored for the rest of the game. So no threat of domination. So War Games is definitely going to be coming out before Europe scoring. Yeah, this is just fascinating. This is absolutely fascinating. I think duck and cover is the headline. Summit. Oh, I can just headline duck and cover, and then there's a chance of just winning the game on DEF CON. So duck and cover is an instant headline, I think.
But the vindication of right.
Right? He's the phasing player.
But both peace and freedom.
We did it!
Here in this hemisphere. And we hope around the world. God willing.
Holy cow. Wow, that was so this hand didn't end up getting played. But that is very lucky. It's one of the reasons why, because I think he knew that we had duck and cover in our hand. Because it didn't come out through turns 3 through 6. So he knew duck and cover was in our hand. I guess he wasn't card tracking, but that is a huge win for us. Yeah, it's pretty fortunate. So thanks for watching, guys. This live stream was a first for the channel. Hope you guys liked it. I think I might do it again in the future. I think it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, that's the game. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one. I'm gonna keep the stream going because I don't know if I stop my OBS if that'll stop casting to YouTube. So I'll keep the stream going, but this is the end of the video. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.
Y esa parece ser la situación también en muchos otros países de Asia y de África.
Decently fine with that. Means he can't coup. Yeah, we don't have UN intervention.